Imagine for a minute a world where people could live healthier, happier, and longer. A world surrounded of technology everywhere, but at the same time, technology anywhere. Welcome to Kameleon. At Kameleon, our purpose is to improve the quality of life by democratizing the monitoring of well-being. And our first goal is to tackle dehydration. And why dehydration is so important? According to a high number of publications, over 50% of the worldwide population is chronically dehydrated, but most of them ignore it. In fact, among the factors leading to dehydration, over poor drinking habits are showing alarming numbers. Children, pregnant, elderly, athletes, and occupational workers are the groups at higher risk to suffer dehydration. Just to give you an example, 31% of obesity risk in children has been associated to dehydration. In elderly population, 50% of mortality risk has also been associated to dehydration just in the USA, with 1.2 billion of preventable hospitalization saved. Furthermore, mild dehydration has the same effects than the alcohol driving limit. And this is in part because of the lack of effective tools for monitoring and preventing dehydration, leading to an enormous opportunity to use new technologies for raise awareness and change behavior at mass market level. Our solution is to create the smart hydration platform that is based on turning everyday objects into biochemically smart objects. And how do we do that? We do it by non-invasive, ultra-low cost, accurate and real-time sensors that are simple and intuitive and integrated in daily objects. Our technology is protected. And this is now possible thanks to a convergence of technological revolutions based on software, cloud, and large data storage capacity technologies, together with the miniaturization of hardware and the generation of novel and ultra-low-cost sensors. But more in detail, what we created are two complementary technologies. On one hand, we created the Smart Sweat Patch, a wearable disposable sensor capable to monitor sweat and its composition. And on the other hand, we created the Smart Toilet, an in-toilet device capable to monitor urine composition. And altogether, this will generate a new world level of insights of the human body as never before. This has been possible thanks to an amazing team of people, led by Dr. Francisco Andrade, who was ex-global director of innovation at Unilever Corporation, and by strategic people in the areas of technology, design, IP, physiology, and business. The future of wearable sensors looks promising, and by 2026, 40% of the wearables will be chemical. Of course, we are not alone in the competitive landscape, and many of our competitors are still in development. Nonetheless, they are approaching the problem of dehydration from a reductionist perspective. Kameleon wants to be the main player approaching dehydration from an holistic perspective, with high usable technologies. Our next steps are to find a strategic partner or an investor in order to develop advanced prototypes and conduct large-scale pilot tests. My name is Jordi Ferrer. I'm the co-founder of Kameleon, and thank you very much.
Hi, Benjamin from Axia. So it's an interesting problem. We just actually invested in a company doing hydration monitoring. They use a variation of MRI technology, and I'd like to understand a bit better, like what do you have in your own technology? And in terms of application, I understand you do the sweat patch and the smart toilet. What do you have working today?
Working today, we have both technologies. We have fully wireless working prototypes. We tested in more than 300 subjects, each technology. And we've been working for these technologies over more than 3.5 years now.
Can you tell us a little bit about who you would see as your major competitors, both in sort of from the monitoring side of things and then also the IP that you have?
Well, our competitors, especially where we are tracking a lot of competitors, are in the USA. There are a lot of companies working on this topic. Especially, we see that the US military department is investing a lot of money in physiological technology, especially for soldiers, and are associating a lot of startups based on Boston and Silicon Valley. So now there is one that is in Cincinnati, this is called a Green System, that is working with the Air Force in the USA, that they are working with these technologies, but still they didn't launch nothing in the market. And from the IP perspective, there are different approaches to monitor dehydration. We protect our technology. We believe that our technology is the best to approach the problem of dehydration.
I have a question. I understand that the patch is really wearable, but in order to be useful, you need a smart toilet. Do you think that all the toilets will be smart rapidly enough for your innovation?
It depends. Our approach now in our business model is going to B2B, is to find a strategic partner. So maybe the people that is making the toilets, they can be our strategic partner here. So because the device is very simple, it's like an intelligent device that you put it, you pee, and then it sends to the cloud. Also, the design is very straightforward. So you flush the toilet, and we prepare the sample for the next person. So it's nothing, any intervention of the end user.
You showed one design of toilet. So are you going for half the population, or you have different designs of toilet as well?
That's a good question. No, we are working with a design on different approaches
types,
because in the lab we got a few problems with males and females, and we realized that we need to figure out, especially if we want to seamlessly integrate it into the context, we have to work into design, especially with the females.
Yeah, no, I understand that you had to start somewhere and you're an all-male team, so.
Thank you very much. Please applaud.